and the trash in my family, referring back to the Bill Gehring attempted shit by Keith, Bonnie Boom, Addie, and Ricky Gray, is that one, they needed Ricky, Keith, Addie, and my mom for the military power. That only they only give immunity to people in the military, right? To kill fucking Bill Gehring, and then obviously they wanted to have that happen, and then the reason for Pearl Gray's murder was Tammy Gehring, because she let her husband get murdered, actually got my grandmother murdered, and then that would result in why Tammy was allowed to do or participate with the police in what they did to my dad on his deathbed, and that would be the reason as to why she should be put in prison, and why fucking Keith and Addie and fucking Ricky deserved lawsuits against the Department of Justice and the prosecutors and all this shit. Ridiculous. But Bill Gehring never got killed, and my grandma never got killed. And it was all my dad's fault. So I learned from him, and then that's how I ended up not getting people killed, like Willow Yoakum and John Butchko Sr. Um, yeah, so he saved two people. I saved two people. We couldn't save ourselves, but at least our track record's about the same. We might got three. We're still questioning what happened to Johnny's grandpa. Too bad we couldn't help Glenn Blair, but we will solve that case. It was Anthony Moser who shot second. Besides that, yeah, really, that would be. And Don Gray was going to participate in this whole thing too. He fucking was going to say the same shit. He was going to say, well, fucking Bill Gehring got fucking killed, and then that caused and then Bill Gehring got killed, and fucking Tammy needed my mom, Keith, Addie, and Ricky's military immunities, even though they have no military immunities. They were just in the military in like the 19 fucking 60s or 70s. So I have no clue what they're talking about. That's like 30 years before I was even fucking born, or 20 years, or 17 years before I was born. Fucking straight up, they don't have shit. But that this is the ploy that they wanted to put off. And then Tammy needs them, but then Pearl gets killed, and it's me and my dad's fault because we're the bad ones in the family. And then Tammy gets to mercilessly slaughter my father, and then obviously my mom, Keith, and Addie and Ricky get to sue the rest of the family, and also because Rhonda's contracted with me, they get to sue Diane too, because why not more lawsuits, and they're not going to take on the Department of Justice or the actual people with immunity like I have to, because that's too scary to them, and they could lose everything that they have. They don't have anything, and dude, like I said, part of this immunity shit, you might not be able to sue anybody. They literally might have gave me immunity, and I might have gave them immunity and blocked all lawsuits. So us can only testify, and we're not allowed to sue. We just don't get to go to prison. That's just the end of it. Like, the government gave us the deal. You have to tell the truth. Tell the truth. We won't take you to prison, but you can't fucking sue anybody because you have immunity, you idiot, which would make no sense in a court of law because then nobody can sue you back. But I don't know how the law works, so I don't really care. All I know is that my dad definitely got two under his belt, and I got two under my belt, so at least we kept track records with each other of people who aren't killed that were elderly that they tried to slaughter. And it was my family down here. And this block on 178 Mona Street, Tri-Cities, Oregon, is trying to cover it all up. And so is Douglas County, because they're embarrassed that they let people live down here and also move down here and then try and protect anybody else. Probably has something to do with that baby rape at the grade school, the thing at Crossroads, and they shot the college up. So You know, there's that. Oh, and they let all this happen, and then they want to talk about what abuse of power is. You know, why you harass a dude all day for his intelligence until he has to make a YouTube page. He's either one, he's scared that fucking the intelligence will get lost or something will get deleted in all his intelligence suitcases he has, or fucking two, he might die. So that's cool. They could abuse their powers. You know who didn't abuse their powers during the Bulgarian thing? Even though my whole block knew that my mom and Keith and Addie and Ricky were trying to kill Bill because they thought it was disgusting because he fucking was dying in hospice on our block, which is none of our business at all. And me and my dad didn't abuse our powers. We didn't do shit. But Keith and Addie and Ricky, they abused their powers trying to fucking get my mom to take a hit on our neighbor. And no one around the block harassed us at all because me and my dad were in the house and they didn't want us harassed. But you know, it's fine since my dad's dead to just do whatever the fuck you want now, right? Fucking ridiculous. Fucking white trash pieces of shit. But I am going to say, if this harassment does lead to somebody getting murdered, I 100% want to see these neighbors try to class action lawsuit somebody because I'm going to re-class action lawsuit them back. And I'm not doing it for a lawsuit. If they lose in court, they get a murder charge. And I'm going to give them that attempted molestation charge too, so they can fucking, you know. I mean, prison goes how it goes, you know. Or we can make a deal. I won't make you a sex offender if you take the homicide charge. And in that way, it ensures you don't get a dick in your ass. See how deals with the prosecution office goes? It's fun. I mean, they only have them recorded on TV showing how they do it. Live action, like people don't know how this shit's done. Like, oh my god, it's not done. Like, what the fuck do you mean, dude? They make fucking straight. There's a thing called investigation discovery. And there's shit like that on there all day. They're talking about bringing back court TV. I hope they do. It's gonna be sick. We need more court TV. I love that show or that channel. For 24 hours a day. But either way, yeah, that was the idea. Was oh yeah, and then Pearl, you know, and her husband military, and then my family's the bad military, and then Keith and Ricky are the good military, and my dad was dishonorably discharged, and my grandpa was only a cook in Korea, and Keith and Ricky and them were actually like heroes of the military or something. I don't know. My grandpa actually served in the war, and so did my dad. So fuck those two. Like, it's a ridiculous ploy to put off with that Bill Guerin Pearl Grey bullshit. But like I said, my dad solved the whole crime. He worked with Judge Taylor in the circuit courthouses and the prosecution offices and the probation departments, the mental health agencies, and the police all by himself without my knowledge at all. I have no clue. You know, kind of like Carlos wanted to take a hit on Bill Guerin. My dad secretly stopped that himself. In his bedroom, too. Didn't even tell anybody. He just nonchalantly did it and went and got high. I guess that old son of a bitch was abusing his power. Oh, damn you, daddy. Always abusing your power. Motherfucker. But, you know, there's tons of fun shit to go around that, right?